The Contest, Chapter 6. If you'll follow me, we have 2 rooms adjacent to each other for you to share. Your equipment is already inside. Max and Matt will room together, and Chang and Derek, said Boss. What happened to Charlie and Indy? You'll see them again. Dinner will be brought to you, but usually you'd eat in the cafeteria. Good day. Inside it was nice. There was a small window to look out, but all I could see was a white light outside. Are we inside a big white room? I mean, look out the window. Something's out there, said Chang. Did you believe any of that bull? They tried to feed us in the library. Oh, excuse me, the archives. Their technology seems futuristic. Yes, but not beyond what we already have in the 21st century. I can't believe they spent all that money just to test and collect 4 people. Yeah, that's a bunch of bull also. I don't know what's really going on, but I don't believe anything this boss guy says. It's too theatrical to me. Whatever's going on is not what he's portraying. Let's see what Max and Matt think. I knocked on the door. Hello, said Max. So what do you think about this? All of this? I'm not sure. Chang thinks it's all fake. Or what do you think? I'm not sure. Chang thinks it's all fake. Well, it's not fake. This is a real ship. We are really not on Earth. How do you know? Said Chang. We woke up already in hyperspace. No, you woke up in hyperspace. They shot us with tranquilizers. Mine was a dud. I saw them lead us in. He said set coordinates for Zyos. We left Earth. I felt the pull until we left orbit. Okay. That's why we were strapped down. Plus, they didn't want us freaking out or trying to escape. Asleep and strapped down, what could we do? We're in hyperspace in a spaceship. Live with it. The history, I'd say it's real, but who knows? Once we land and see what our options are, then we can choose what to do next. For now, just relax and enjoy the ride. And so we did. Battle time, said the overhead speaker. And our doors slid open. Rose was outside. Get dressed and follow me to the arena. We're going to test your skills. I thought that was the whole point of the hive, said Chang. The hive was to see who had the power, but we're going to test your powers and then train you in their use. Once we land on Zyos, you'll be set free. You'll be given the option to train more after you've been successful in becoming self-sufficient. In other words, getting a job, choosing what skills you wish to learn, and so forth. We want leaders, not soldiers. The evil Jedi cannot be defeated by mere force. You need cunning, strategy, intelligence, and wisdom. Creativity, planning, and being able to lead others and govern others. We need commanders, generals, and admirals. Your powers are paltry now, but at the end we hope that you'll be overwhelmingly powerful and can think for yourselves. Now come on, we have battle gear and weapons waiting for you. It's time you met the new Charlie and Indy. Inside the ship, they had their own arena. We went to a room with ancient weapons and suits of armor. You can choose armor suited for your fighting styles. Heavy armor for defense and light armor for maneuverability. There are melee weapons and ranged weapons, but I want you to try and focus on using your powers instead. The next battle after this, you will have no weapons at all, and will come to realize that heavy armor will only impede your movements and abilities. But now I'll leave you to it, said Rose. Ha! She's an idiot. If she believes I'll fight without heavy defense set of armor, said Chang. Wow, battle axes, warhammers, great swords, so many to choose from. We need to utilize our powers and adjust weapons and armor accordingly, said Max. Ditto, said Matt, although the nanosuits would make things easier. I was just wondering, what is it we'll be fighting, said Cube. I can answer that, said the Battlemaster from behind. Your friends in the cages over there. What? Charlie and Indy, said Matt. Yes, let's say they're undergoing some reconditioning. You've experimented on them, said Max. No more experiments, gentlemen. We perfected our metamorphing, said Lord Voss. Processes. Everyone armored up and grabbed their weapons, not knowing what they were about to encounter. Chang put on some spike-full plate armor. The only flesh you could see of him was his eye slots in the helmet. He was an armored tank. He grabbed a great axe and a great sword. Butters grabbed breastplate armor and a bastard sword. Cube took Rose's advice and put on studded leather and grabbed a rapier and a hand crossbow. Out came Charlie and Indy. Indy was 9 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and 400 pounds, or 4,000 pounds. He had 6 eyes on his head. His hands had claws and large teeth. He had new abilities now. He could see 60 feet in pitch black, can see twice as far in low light, and he could smell 30 feet. He can rend the flesh of his victims with his claws, and he's able to track his prey. He's 6 times stronger than the average human. This is a gray Rendar, but you know him as Indy. Then out came a large mastiff, black and the size of a draft horse fitted with chainmail. He moves at 40 feet. Well, that's hard to explain, but anyways, he has large teeth and emits fire when he bites. A 10-foot cone of fire comes out of his breath weapon. Strength is 8 times that of a human. He also has scent and dark vision of 60 feet. So when it says he moves at 40 feet, like, I don't know. This is D&D terms. So the average human runs about 30 feet per turn. So I don't know how to explain that. But he can move faster than a human. Okay, and this Nessian Warhound is your old friend Charlie. And then, of course, there's stats. He has a 10-foot cone of fire. Anyways, we'll just go to the story. Doesn't matter. But these are all the stats that they have. Okay. Is he for real? These aren't our friends, said Chang. And if they are, Indy, Charlie, is that really you? Said Matt. They can't speak. The transmutation process we call metamorphing renders them intelligently useless. Many of their functions have ceased, like being able to form words to speak, said Voss. Well, that sucks, said Max. Rawr, said Indy when the battlemaster struck him with electricity. He came charging at the guys. Chang put up a telekinetic barrier and pushed Max and Matt. Pushed. Max and Matt attacked Indy but couldn't pierce his natural armor. What's he made of? Said Max. Chang got up off the floor. Cube fired a bolt at it. Indy swatted it away. If nothing hurts it, what's the use of our weapons? Chang released a force pulse. Boom! Everyone hit the dirt, and the pulse exploded, knocking Indy to the ground with a crash that shook the floor. Nice, said Matt. There's your answer, our force powers, as Voss put it, said Max. Everyone started releasing energy into Indy and kept him off balance every time he got up. Very good, said Lord Voss. Send in the Warhound. The huge Warhound came... Oh, I don't know what that says. Okay, anyways, it came at them at great speeds, like a charge, but after the last second, it leapt into the air and landed in the midst of them as they scattered. Then it let out a 10-foot cone of fire. No one grabbed a shield before they came out, so Chang put up a force barrier, as did Max and Cube. Matt had ran the other direction, but he was using his telepathy, telling Charlie that he's afraid of us and must run. Charlie turned toward Matt, quivered, and bowed his head down like a dog when he's done something bad. Very good, gentlemen. You have done well. As you can see, conventional weapons and armor are useless against some foes, but your force abilities will always help you prevail, said Voss. Now, if you'll follow me, I've laid some new clothes for you to wear, but first you need to use the refresher. Then meet me in the archives for a history lesson, and then we'll go up level for lunch. Okay, I guess that was Rose. Yeah, I should have changed voices. Anyways, robes and a tunic, said Chang. They're quite comfortable, and you can move more freely when in combat. These are the refreshers, similar to your shower and toilet. Later, after their showers, as they put on their robes, I never fully relied on my powers before. We were always fighting zombies or soldiers using our guns. Our powers were just extra, but now that I see what we can accomplish, we will all work together. I'm going to have to rethink my strategy, said Chang. I'm sure Max and Butters are doing the same, probably coming up with new moves. We could have 2 shields up front and one blasting with force, while the other tries to influence the mind of the enemy, said Cube. Yeah, I can see that, but I wonder what hogwash they're going to force feed us today. They all gathered in the archives and the holo vid began. Great enemies of the Sith, heroes of the Jedi. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a Jedi and a veteran of the Clone Wars. His achievements include surviving duel with 3 Sith Lords and training 2 generations of Skywalkers before he became one with the Force. And, we'll keep reading it. Okay. His homeworld was Stewjon or something. As members of the Jedi Order, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi used their Force powers and training in service to the Galactic Republic. Now, I'm reading from an actual book, which I'll have to find so that you don't think that I've written this myself, but at the moment I'm not sure where it's at. Their duties include setting diplomatic disputes and apprehending interplanetary criminals across the galaxy. In other words, anyone who stood against the evil Jedi. Like most Jedi, Obi-Wan was identified with 6 months of his birth and began his Jedi training immediately so he could learn to control his emotions of fear and anger at an early age. See, the Jedi drive out all passions. They don't believe in love or expressions or feelings. Although Obi-Wan was often frustrated by Qui-Gon's decisions and baffled by his master's tendency to pick up strays, he respects Qui-Gon's leadership and knowledge. Together, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan make a formidable team. Obi-Wan did his best to train Anakin Skywalker as a Jedi. However, after he learns that Anakin had learned the truth and become the Sith Lord Darth Vader and was responsible for destroying the Jedi Order, he attempts to bring Anakin to justice. Vader is unwilling to surrender to the Jedi lies, and they duel with lightsabers on the volcano planet Mustafar. Lightsabers? I want one of those, said Chang. Cool, a sword made of light. Obi-Wan cuts down Vader and takes his lightsaber before leaving him seriously wounded on the shore of a lava river. After the Republic's government is fragmented by the Separatist movement and subsequent Confederacy of Independent Systems, trying to get away from the over-controlling Republic, a sprawling civil war begins. The Galactic Senate conscripts many Jedi Knights as commanding officers of the rapidly formed Grand Army of the Republic. As Jedi generals, Obi-Wan and his apprentice fly their starfighters into numerous battles to punish those who speak out and separate from the Republic, namely the Confederacy. After the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan delivers the infant Luke Skywalker to Anakin's relatives Owen and Ben Lars on Tatooine. Obi-Wan assumes the name Ben Kenobi and lives as a hermit in an abandoned hut while discreetly watching over Luke, the last of the Jedi. Unknown to Darth Vader, who survived, Luke is Vader's son. Obi-Wan knows that if Vader or Darth Sidious ever learn of Luke's existence, they will try to rescue him and reveal to him the truth. 19 years later, Vader confronts Obi-Wan and kills him. Okay, so we'll go on. This is just more stuff you can read in a book I'll show you later. Okay, so he says, tomorrow we'll continue learning about the Jedi, but for now, lunch has been prepared in your honor up level in Lord Boss's private office. If you'll follow me, said Rose. The view is astonishing up here, said Max, looking out the massive viewport behind Lord Boss's desk. The ship was still in hyperspace and was quite awesome and terrifying sight to witness. Yes, I enjoy it. Come and sit. I have bantha steaks and many types of vegetables you've never seen. We have lots of desserts and intoxicants as well, the finest in the galaxy. What did you think about today's lesson in the archives? Everyone began talking at once. Wait, one at a time. Chang, what did you think? Lightsabers, are they real, or was that all just CGI? Lightsabers are very real, and not, what did you call it, CGI? They are not CGI. CGI, computer graphics, something. Artificial visuals, computer animated. This, my boy, is a lightsaber, said Boss, and laid it on the table. Everyone got up from their seats and came over to look at it. Pick it up, said Boss. It's definitely got some heft to it. How do you turn it on? You can't. This lightsaber is mine, and quite expensive. In time you will build your own. Only I can turn it on. It has a biometric scanner, but as you can see, there is no activation switch. The switch is inside the hilt, and is only activated by my force powers. If no one is holding it, or someone not attuned to my biometric reading, and they try to turn it on with their force powers, it will not activate. Boom. The lightsaber came to life. The blade was very bright. As you can see, I carried the crimson blade of a Sith. Any more questions? They all started with lightsaber questions. Hold up. When we get to the lightsabers in the archives, you will get your answers. What else did you learn today? Max? I didn't realize how ruthless the Jedi were until I saw Obi-Wan cut down Darth Vader. And then they were hunting the Separatists and searching for Darth Sidious. Yes, they had power and did not want to lose it. All was not as it seemed to the normal hard-working person in the galaxy. The Jedi deceived everyone. If not for Darth Sidious, they would still be in control today. In fact, we are preparing a team for just such an event. The rescue of Palpatine from his fate. But no more questions on that. All will be revealed when you are ready. Cube, what did you find amazing? I can't believe there are so many planets, species, and technology in the galaxy, and we're not even aware of it. Yes, your planet has been cut off in the galaxy for some time. Considering your solar system is on one of the Tingle Arms, we've never thought civilization in such solar systems to have even contained life. No other planet in your solar system has sentient beings except your planet. Once Earth is accepted in the greater galaxy, technology on your planet will explode tremendously forward. Will explode forward tremendously. Matt? Force powers. There are so many, and many more than what you have seen so far. Now, let's enjoy lunch. After lunch, training, gentlemen, will begin in the arena with the Battlemaster, said Lord Boss. They all went back to their rooms and put on their gear, then went to the arena. All right, I'm going to teach you to hone your skills and your force abilities. I'll show you how you can use them in everyday situations. Over time, once you arrive on Zyos, you'll find daily uses for your skills. When you're ready for some serious training, come to the Sith Temple. I know all of you are powerful, but you must first learn restraint, how to adjust to the Force, to fine-tune it to each situation. All day they practiced and found they could shape their abilities to suit their needs. We can modify your DNA to give you more physical abilities. Make a list of what you'd like and hand them to Rose. She'll work on each of your genetic sequences from your blood draws when you first entered the hive. Any ideas? Said Max. I want raw and cut power, said Chang. I'd like to be strong as a vampire and command my own legion of undead, said Matt. Count Matt? That sounds silly. Dragons, that's what I want, said Max. What about you, Cube? Shape-shifting into animals and people. Good, I'll see what I can do. This is Rose. Good, I'll see what I can do. Everyone lie down on the bed. You'll be strapped down as before. Max, you're up first. Roll him into the lab, she told the technician. It took us the rest of the day and night to do labs, blood work, and inject us with serum. Then we slept all the next day strapped down. The day after that, we woke up. There were different changes, and they were no longer quote-unquote human. We'll stick out like a sore thumb, said Chang. Look at us. Not where we're going. There are thousands of species, remember? Oh, I guess you're right. Now Chang had reason enough to complain. He was a troll, a huge green monster with 4 arms. Max is still human. His stats don't change. Cube can change into a small water element or stay human. I don't know if there's any more words. Okay. Everyone got their own Sith bag, which weighs about 60 pounds at all times, but inside is an extra-dimensional space of 250 cubic feet. The area of 41 feet and about 4 stories tall. The bottom floor is all storage. I know it sounds crazy. Anyways, so I don't understand. We asked for powers, and yet we barely have anything. My personal force powers are gone, said Chang. No, they are still there, but dormant. The serum takes time to grow inside you. From now on, your powers will increase. What do you mean, from now on, said Max. Just as I said, from this point on, your powers will continue to increase. You will never stop growing stronger, unless, of course, someone kills you or destroys your body. Awesome, said Chang. So where did these animals come from? DNA. We took DNA from almost every animal on your planet. We feed the DNA into this machine, it copies it, and grows the animal. Cloning. Yes, you could use that term. We call it printing. So why does Cube get animals? Said Chang. You will too at some point. You each need to adjust slowly to your new abilities, so it is normal for you to have. If we give you too much too fast, you'll become clumsy and worthless as fighters. We have a special assignment for you, and we can't have you screwing it up. So, why do we need these bags? Why do you need backpacks? What do you need backpacks? For weapons, money, etc. Okay, that's why you have these bags. But we already have backpacks. How much do they hold? 300 pounds? Ha! How much could you fit inside a 3 to 4 story room with an area of 160 feet? A lot. That's what's inside your bags. This Santa Claus sized bag? Yeah, right. You've got your wires crossed. Jump in. Jump in what? Jump in the bag. Chang opened it and laid it on the ground and jumped. Expecting nothing, he fell 4 stories inside. What the heck? Hello? Are you inside? Yes, but where is everyone? Outside the bag, dummy, said Max. There's a lot of space in here. It's like a house. Like 2 houses. You can move all your clothes into the bag. Tomorrow, that is. Tonight we'll be sending down furniture and such. You can allow others inside, but only if you touch them when you enter or leave. So tonight's our last night in the guest quarters? Yes, we'll set your bags in the archives so you can catch up on things when you're bored. That night, many amenities were put into their bags. The top 2 floors is where they lived. The bottom 2 floors were used for storage. Each 10 by 15 room held different items, one for weapons. Upstairs, they had electricity, 100-inch TVs, 8K, 3D, PS5, Xbox X, VR, even stuff beyond VR. Very much like Ready Player One, but a room that used holograms like the X-Men's Danger Room or the room on the USS Enterprise. They could use it to practice their skills. The suit they put on was anti-gravity and would assume the proper positions for racing and piloting. It felt like you were in the actual ship flying with acceleration and drops. Very advanced and very cool.